All work and no play make Devin a dull boy. Hello and welcome to another Starmen Spooktacular Just Watched. I'm Devin, with me is Billy. Woo! And we watched The Shining, David's pick for our theme of pick your favorite horror movie, Starman crew.
Yeah.
An interesting pick from Dave. I wasn't sure exactly what Dave was going to pick because he never strikes me as the horror guy.
No, like he never.
So, and this is a really good pick. So
Yeah. One that we've officially never fully seen.
No, I've seen bits and pieces enough to put it together.
Yeah,
I've seen that ending so many times.
Oh yeah, right.
And I've seen like the different build up, like in the hotel scenes. I never really saw the opening.
No, like
the job interview and how he gets there. I just like, okay, it's this crazy guy that works in a hotel and goes crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Little Debbie Jr.'s down for that. So yeah, our first full sit through, and now we can give a review of it.
Yeah.
And so first of all, simple plot.
Alright. Jack Jones, writer, takes a job as a caretaker at a hotel with his family, goes crazy.
Basically, yes.
Right?
Can't get any more simpler than that. It's literally what happens when you're isolated in a hotel in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and
with your family of just wife and son.
Yeah.
Any dads out there, you know what I'm talking about. Those family road trips where you just kind of contemplate driving off the road for maybe a few seconds.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
We're gonna get there as you veer off. Oh, my dad actually had a good comeback for that. Because I did that as a joke, because you're a dumb kid and you see it. He's like, to try my patience? You're getting there.
Good one.
Yeah. Stories aside, so our opening scene is basically Jack gets an interview. They tell him everything, and then they drop the, oh, by the way, people died here.
Yeah, last
caretaker went crazy, axed up his family, and then blew his head off with a shotgun.
Yeah, double little shotgun, which...
that's commitment. That is, you're making sure this takes effect.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning suicide or killing yourself or however we call it these days, but if your option is to shoot yourself, I do recommend a double-barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
Quick, painless, guaranteed. There should be nothing left of your head to feel pain with. And that's unless, of course, we find out that you do feel pain after you die, and then the whole another existential dread that you should worry about. So don't kill yourself. There's other things to live for, I assure you. Alright, now that I motivate the audience, back to the plot. So, they move in, they find out it's like, what, 6 months, 7 months that they have to stay there?
Yeah.
November to May.
May.
So November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, 7 months.
Whew!
7 long, solitary months. Did they celebrate Christmas? Do you think?
Yeah, like I don't think they even made it Christmas.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, they did do like 3 months later.
Okay,
They were in February.
Alright, so...
And things hit when shit hit the fan. But, yeah, we didn't celebrate Christmas this year. I would have like brought the mood up a little bit, as much as I dislike Christmas, but I was like, you're isolated, put up a little tree, be a little festive, you know?
Yeah, it's like we postponed the craziness for a little bit, but
it helps. I mean, you gotta keep yourself entertained in that situation. That's the best you can do in isolation.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, fun thing to watch in isolation is The Shining. Right next to Cabin Fever. Have fun with that. Alright, so we're locked in the hotel for 7 months. There's no alcohol. Thank God I'm an ex-alcoholic, says Jack, so don't need to worry.
Because what he accidentally did to Danny.
Yeah, so it's done, Danny. He dislocated his shoulder, yanking him away from papers in a fit of drunken rage.
About another drink again.
Yeah. Which, fair. Like, as long as you recognize you were the asshole in that situation and you're trying to make amends, I appreciate that.
And he did.
And he did. He stayed sober. Like,
yeah.
But when you're in isolation, your thoughts come to the front.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into his madness in a moment. We're still going to get kind of up there. So, speaking of Danny, we find out this kid has some mental issues that we're concerned about.
Oh, but he passed out. That's fine.
Yes, this was the part of the movie that kind of makes me angry. I'm assuming this is a child psychologist or some sort of doctor. Yeah. And what had happened is Danny was in the bathroom brushing his teeth, and then he was talking to Tony, his imaginary friend, quote unquote.
Who was in his mouth.
Who lives in his mouth and will hide in his stomach when people try to search for him.
Yeah.
Which, okay,
imaginary friend, come on.
Yeah. And eventually blacks out. His mom finds him, and we cut to the doctor looking him over while in bed. And then they go down and discuss this because Danny seems perfectly fine right now, quote unquote. And the doctor is just like, yeah, kids do this. It's always worry when you see it, but it's not as bad as it looks.
It's like, you got your degree from community college, didn't you?
Cereal box. So, like, what kid passes out on the norm?
Like, come on, like,
if you came in and you saw your child like on the floor foaming at the mouth, and you're like, "Oh, kids will be kids, I guess."
Oh, that fun little scamp, he's just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
kids don't do that. That is a concern. I'm not saying like he should be locked away and everything. I just like a little more monitoring on the kid wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe a trip into isolation isn't in his future right now.
No, bad thing.
Yeah. But now we're gonna take the kid with us, and like hopefully it was just a one-off. This is parenting 101 in the 1970s, 80s.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. So, we stay at the hotel a few months in, and then that's when this creepy stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
Mainly to Danny at first.
Yes.
Danny sees the twins that were talked about who were chopped up by their father.
Yeah.
This elevator of blood, which is a constant thing. I thought it was just a one-off scene.
That's what I thought.
But it happens 5 times, I think. 4 to 5 times in this movie.
Yeah, like
this elevator will just drop off blood. Making the Simpsons reference a little more funnier when I think about it.
Yeah.
And then the kicker was when Danny actually goes into the room and then comes back completely traumatized.
Yeah. And like scratch.
He has a scratch on his neck.
Yeah.
Which the wife thinks that Jack did.
Yeah.
By the way, what's the wife's name? I didn't...
Wendy.
Wendy, yeah. I was like, Katie or Wendy? Anyways, yes, Wendy the wife. So, obviously Jack also had a mental breakdown. He had a horrible nightmare about where he dreamt of killing his family.
Yeah. It's like,
you know? In that situation, if I was the wife, the last thing I would do is blame him for the sudden incident my son had.
Yes. Like, that's... It's like, okay, like, you had a really messed up nightmare. I was like, okay, blame him. I was like, that's not gonna help.
No, that just made it worse.
Really worse.
Yeah. Because now Jack went off to the bar that's supposed to be empty, but some hallucination gives him alcohol. Yeah, this is where it's a Stephen King movie. It's going to get weird.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how is what he's seeing actually there? Like, what's the bar all about? Technically, like, I would have loved a scene where someone came in and he's just there, no one else there.
Yeah, right? Like,
but we didn't cut to that scene. So I'm going to assume it's all in his head.
yes. I assume, but...
Yeah. So this is where now the plot gets a little convoluted. So Wendy deals with Daniel, who is checked out completely, and now Tony is in control. And mentioning something about Redrum, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about. This was the part of the movie I was like, huh. I didn't clue into that. I'm as dumb as everyone in this movie right now. But I was a kid. I didn't understand that red rum backwards is murder. Seems kind of obvious in hindsight.
Yes. In hindsight now, well, you're a kid.
Yeah, when you're a kid and you didn't even understand alcohols.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess red rum's that actual thing.
Yeah. Like, I don't just see the big red rum just to do...
Oh, I'm sure someone made like a drink mix or something and called it that just for The Shining.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a mixture out there somewhere, because why wouldn't you?
There you go, Jeff. That's what we'll do next year. We'll do Halloween, whole movie themed cocktails.
If we have the budget for that.
I know, right?
Alcohol. Also, I don't want to make drinking on the channel a thing.
Do you?
No, I'll explain after this why that's not a great idea. But if there's enough interest, write in the comments, we will look into it. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying it's not on the option menu right at the moment. Alright, back to the review. We might as well skip to the chase.
Oh, yeah.
At this point. Wendy finds Jack's manuscript typewriter. Like, I was trying to describe the room.
Oh, yeah.
The writer's room. Where earlier he's like, you're not allowed in here. If I'm in here, you're not allowed in here.
If you hear typing?
You're not allowed in here. Even if you don't hear typing.
You're not allowed in here.
Yeah. This is my workspace. You're interrupting. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Exact words.
Exact words. I'm not, like, adding any of that. So she goes in and starts reading the manuscript, which just basically says, I'll work in no play, make Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
Like, typos, weird fonts, weird paragraph sentences. Just
bad.
Yeah, that is just madness in a short novel. And then Jack appears, confronts her, and I won't spoil that scene. That's a good scene to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But it ends up with her basically hitting him, and he falls down the stairs and knocks himself out.
Yeah.
The Simpsons skit was very spot on almost.
Oh,
the only thing that didn't happen was, like, Marge didn't hit Homer.
No.
Technically, Wendy didn't hit Jack. She hit him in the hand.
Yeah, and then you think he fell.
Yeah, he falls.
Yeah.
He grabs his hand and he loses his balance and falls.
Yeah.
She didn't smack him upside the head with the bat, which is what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought that.
Anyways, drags him into the storage room, the food storage room, and basically tries to go for help, but Jack is one step ahead and has destroyed the only way to get out and the only form of communication.
Yeah.
Because beyond the scenes, a blizzard has happened and they're isolated up there. No one can get to them without the treadmill car. I forget what they called it, the cat or something.
Yeah, something.
So after conversing with ghosts, somehow Jack gets out and is on the murder mission.
Yep.
Grabs the axe, finds his family, and the chase ensues, really.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll wrap that up real quick. He ends up chasing Daniel for the maze.
Yeah.
And then smart Daniel is like, oh, wait, he's following my fucking tracks. As long as I move back and don't make new tracks, he can't figure out where I went now.
No, and then he was right.
Dad backtracks and hides, and Jack runs by, sees the tracks, ends, and basically runs off in a random direction.
Yeah.
And we'll end up freezing to death.
Yeah.
I love that cut in.
Such like
always makes me laugh because it's like finding the Neanderthal in the snow is what it looks like.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is an idiot. All right, so things we like about the movie.
The first bar conversation.
That's a good scene. I liked the reveal in the bathroom when he's talking to the butler. And the butler's, so what's your name? And I was like, the name of the former caretaker. Do you have are you a family man? He's like, yes, I have a wife and 2 kids. Alright, I'm putting things together now. You're horribly dead. You killed your family. I don't remember that. I suppose you don't after what you did afterwards. There shouldn't be anything to remember. Or used to remember. And so that's my favorite scene is actually the bartender, or the butler. You like the opening bartender scene, which is a great dive into the madness. Because now you're like, is he hallucinating this, or is this ghost nonsense? It's been debated for years on how that scene actually goes.
Right, and I love how they constantly debate it, right?
Yeah, there's been so many theories about this movie. There's one theory that Jack also had The Shining and just didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that dream where he chopped up his family was him seeing his future.
Yeah.
But God only knows. Stephen King doesn't really explain a lot of his stuff.
No, and plus this version is a lot different than the novel.
Oh yeah, no,
there's
because
there's apparently the made-for-TV movie from the 90s is more faithful. Stephen King likes that one over this one.
Yes. This one seemed more like we're just taking your work and kind of making it a thing, but...
It's Stanley Kubrick. He's going
to... Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, basically. Right?
Alright, things we didn't like about the movie. Lack of explanation in a lot of areas does not help this movie.
Yes.
Okay, we have The Shining. Okay, that's cool, I guess. How's that play into things? Why does the kid need psychic powers?
Right?
Or, the ending where we find out that, there's actually dead bodies all over this friggin' hotel.
Yeah, I'm like...
How did we not run into these rooms prior?
Right?
Were these locked off and we just never went in?
Just confusing.
Yeah, it was just... It gets confusing. But as long as you just kind of went, alright, I don't understand, and just keep going and not try to solve the mystery right then and there, it's a fine movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean,
I've had so many people who watch movies with me, and then because they get confused on one part of the plot, that's all they're stuck on, and they don't watch the rest of the movie. Yeah. But... And I was like, just let the movie play out. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to always.
Right?
Also, you probably find out more if you paid attention instead of talking about it.
Yeah, right?
Alright. Oh, sorry.
No, like I said, first time watching it, good movie.
It is a good movie. It holds up, I find.
I like to look back and read a little more because I heard the stories of what Stanley Kubrick did to Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, I didn't want to really get into that
Yeah.
because I heard it was like some horrible stuff
Yeah.
to get her to actually be scared
Scared?
on set.
I mean,
I would like to look into that personally
Yeah.
just to see what was done or what was claimed to be done.
yeah, because I know they mentioned in Search of Darkness. But
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of forget what they actually said.
yeah.
I know they mentioned that he did stuff, but I'm like, well, what exactly did he do?
Yeah. Trust me, you get pissed off, don't look like a crazy soldier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's scenes where you can tell when he says the scenes like a couple months later, you see Jack just standing, like, there.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing I thought, that looked like Pyle.
Yeah.
Right?
I was like, this is what inspired the Joker. Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Right? Like, I love your comments. Like, why would they... I'm like, why would they cast Jack Nicholson as the Joker?
Did you see the Shining? That is a perfect Joker right there.
I know. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson's Joker is one of my tops.
Right?
Alright, so before we wrap up, I had one more section. We normally do the kill count in this, but there's only one kill,
Yes.
unfortunately. So, I'm going to switch the section to what would you do if you were the killer in X situation? So, our first situation is your family's, you have to murder them, whatever reason, and they're locked in the bathroom. And you have an axe. And you mentioned this because I thought it was pretty clever. I was like, chop the door handle off and you can just easily open it. It's not
No, you just smash, like, hit, like, I think...
ex-firefighter here, by the way,
Yeah.
so he knows how to burst through a door.
Yeah, just, like, aim for the door handle, smash it, and then it breaks.
Yeah, then you just kick it open.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's fair. I guess if he really wanted in there. I think he was
So
toying
true
with
that, which we would do.
I would too. I was like, no, I got you cornered. Like, in my mind, where are you going to run?
Right?
I already destroyed your method of escape.
Right?
The only thing I have to concern myself with is you arming yourself with something.
Yeah.
Next, you chase your son to the hedge maze, and he runs in. Do you follow after him, or just wait around because the little bastard should freeze before you do?
Wait!
I was like, I'm just gonna wait around. There's only one exit.
Yeah.
If there's a second exit, I didn't see it on that map. So.
No.
And still, it's on another side. Where's the kid gonna go?
Right?
I would have went back into the hotel. He wouldn't have had to come back there.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna make it to civilization.
No,
on
God,
his little legs.
Oh yeah, no, and nothing, that I mentioned. It's like, well, it's something to avoid the whole thing. It's like, he'd just take the job by himself. Why bring the family?
We'll get to that in a sec. I had one more scenario.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you chase your son into the hedge maze, and you're following his foot tracks, and his foot tracks suddenly stop. Gee, I wonder which way he could have possibly went.
Go back.
Yeah, unless my kid suddenly learned how to fly. Like, which I think I still would have noticed that.
He was like, he's fine. Just chuck the axe.
Yeah. He obviously had to have gone backwards. Unless he can super leap or something. Anyways, yes, back to your how to avoid this situation altogether. And that was, Jack should have just went alone.
Yeah.
There's enough evidence to have Wendy and Daniel stay behind.
Yeah.
When Daniel's mental state is in question already.
Yeah, well, let's take an isolated hotel for the winter.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
Yeah.
But then you have to worry about Jack's mental health being alone.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he would have went insane. And probably, I guess, took his own life would have been the outcome of that.
Yeah.
Like, Either way, it's not going to end well for Jack.
No, Jack's story's written and
Yeah.
sealed. Yeah.
But with that, though, we'll call the episode here. So thank you all very much for watching.
Come on, Devin. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Looks like someone wants their own show.